I'm Anil Kumar. Let me thank all my viewers and subscribers for posting excellent questions and watching my videos. This video is for my student Jasmine. Jasmine, thanks a lot for sending these questions. I hope their solution will help you understand how to solve percent related problems. You can always pause the video, copy these, try them out, and then see my suggestions. Now in percent problems, I'm going to use very simple technique. When I say X percent, it really means what? It means X over 100. So X percent will be replaced by X over 100, correct? At times, I could also write this as 0.0x. Do you see that? So when you divide a number, the decimal moves two places. So at times, I could write this as 0.0x. Now another term which you will read is off. So in the first question, we have 14%. So 14 over 100, off. Off will be replaced with multiplication sign. Times, that means times. And the third thing which you'll always come across in all these questions is what number. So whenever we say what number, I will use, we don't know, so we'll use n, the capital N as the number, correct? And based on this, simple things, we will translate each word problem into an equation and then solve. So let us see how we can solve it, right? So the very first question is find 14% of 25. So let's do it. What is 14% of 25? So find 14% of 25. So 14% means 14 over 100, correct? Of means times 25. Do you see that? So 14% of 25 is what? You just calculate this. So we are looking for a number. So it is a number always. So we say a number, 14% of 25 is what? I hope that is clear, right? Now you can use the calculator. So this time we are going to use calculator. I know this calculation is very simple still. So we'll do 14 times 25 and then divide by 100 equals 2. So we get an answer which is 7 over 2, which is also 3.5. So 14% of 25 is 3.5, correct? Round all your answers to one decimal place if required. So sometimes it may not be required. So here it is already in one decimal place, so that is your answer. Do you get it? What we did was we translated 14% as 14 over 100 off to multiplication and 25. Do you see that? And find what? Find a number. So n. Okay. Now the next question here is what percent of 75 is 15. So is means equal to. So is means equal to, correct? And we will write the 15 as such on the right side. What percent? Something we don't know what percent. So we'll say X percent, right? So X over 100. So when I say what percent, we don't know X percent. Of means multiplication, right? So of means multiplication and the number 75, of 75. Do you see that? So we just translate it in this form, and then the next step is you can cross multiply and get your answer, correct? So from here, X is what? So from here you can say X is equal to 15 is already there, and take 100 to the right side means you'll multiply by 100 and divide by 75. Does it make sense to you? That is what you will do. So let's do it. 15 times 100 divided by 75 is equal to 20. So we get answer as 20. So what percent of 75 is 15? So the answer is 20%. Correct? 10% will be 7.5, 20 will be 15. Question number 3. 12 is 30% of what number? Now 12 is means equal to 30%, 30 over 100, of means times what number we don't know. Let's write n. Now it is simple. Translate. So cross multiply. So we get n equals to 12 times 100 divided by 30. So you could cancel this. 3 goes 4 times and we get 40 as our answer. Correct? Okay. Since that is already a whole number, we'll write like this. No need to write 0.0. 170 is 15% of what number? So 170, write it as such. Is means equal to 15% means 15 over 100. Of means times what number means n. Correct? So again, we could write n equals to 170 times 100 cross multiply over 15. So use calculator. So we have 170 times 100 divided by 15 equals to, in decimals, it is a big number, 1133.33 recurring, right? So we could write this to one decimal place as 1133.3. Does make sense to you? So that is how you're going to do all these questions. Let's take question number 5. It is, find a number so that 19.2 is 24% of that number. So we have to find a number. So that 19.2 is, so we write 19.2 is means equal to 24% means 24 over 100 of means times that number means n. Do you get it? So from here you can write what n is. So n is equal to 19.2 times 100 divided by 24. Now use calculator. So we have 19.2 times 100 divided by 24 is equal to 80. So the answer is 80. Question number 6. Find a number so that 36.4 is 24% of that number. Again do the same thing. So 36.4 is means equal to 24% means 24 over 100 of means times that number means n. So now cross multiply. So we get 36.4 times 100 divided by 24 equals to the number. So let's calculate this. So you see, we are repeating the same steps, and that is how most of these questions will be done, right? So in decimals, this is 151.6. So 151.6 is that number. Correct? Last two questions of this. Question number 7. Our team won 90% of 60 games played. How many games they win, how many games they lose. So winning, let's find. So our team won 90% of 60 games. That means 90% means 90 divided by 100. 90 out of 100 of means times 60. Let's calculate. These are the winnings, right? So we do 90 times 60 divided by 100 equals to 54, right? So win is 54, 54, correct? Now, how many games they lose? Well, you could say loss is, winning is 90%, so 10% is loss. So we could do 10 out of 100 times 60, right? So you can cancel this and we get 6 loss. And that is the win. Well, you can check your answer. You could also do 54 plus 6 just to check. It is altogether 60 games, correct? Question number 8. The cost of gas price increased from 90 cents to $1.12 last year. What is the percent increase in the gas price? Now this question is slightly different from all others. So let me tell you how to do it. We want to find percent increase in gas price. So there's a formula. It says percent increase is equal to final price minus initial price divided by initial price times 100. Okay, so remember, from where you start, that comes in the denominator. Where you end, that is the final price. So in our case, we are given final price is $1.12, initial price is 90 cents. You have to divide by 90 cents and multiply by 100 to get your answer, correct? So that is the change in price, right? So you should also consider this as change in price over starting price or initial times 100 to get the percent, right? So you could consider that also. Let's do it. Let's calculate it. So we have 1.12 minus 0.9 divided by 0.9, and then we'll multiply by 100 and write it in decimals, 24.4. I'd like you to do these calculations yourself. So 24.4% is the percent increase in the gas price. I hope you get an idea, correct? So that is how you could solve percent related questions. I hope the concept is clear. So coming back, we will consider always when we solve percent related questions, the basic translation. Whenever something is written as x%, x over 100 or 0.0x, it could be written, right? For example, 14% of 25, I could do 0.14 times 25. Do you see that? To get the same answer, right? Because 14 divided by 100 is 0.14. Of translates to times, and what number? Put n. Solve the equation. So with that basic knowledge, you can actually solve 90% of the questions relating percent. Feel free to write your comments and share your views, and I hope that helps you to do most of your questions. You can post others if needed. Thanks for watching and all the best.